Hey there, welcome to Retiring in Japan for the, the 29th day of May 2025. All right, I'm off on an adventure today. I'm going down to the city of Osaka from Shizuoka, here where I live. I'm going to be a guest on the Unpacking Japan podcast with Tobias. So I'm looking forward to it, although I must admit, I'm a little nervous. I haven't traveled, across the country like this in Japan, literally in decades and decades. I mean, a long time. We're talking back maybe into the 90s, that long, because I've always been basically just the time I've spent is here in Shizuoka. So it's trains, planes, automobiles, and lots of walking. Well, no planes and no automobiles, but trains and walking and timetables, etc. I have to make 4 transfers. I'll take the JR line here from my local train to downtown Shizuoka, and then from there I'll hop on the bullet train down to Osaka, and then 2 transfers from there to make it to my 10 o'clock appointment. This is the kind of stuff that so many people do just as a matter of course here in Japan, but it seems new to me. It's also funny how the anticipation of this brought back an old companion of mine, stress. 6 months into retirement, I had kind of forgotten what a lot of the stress of is, what it feels like. That kind of the way that it kind of it's almost systemic. It starts somewhere around here and then kind of spreads throughout, and it makes you all feel icky. And I used to live with it so much that I kind of forgot the particulars. But it's back. A little less since I turned the camera on. But it's a good thing, right? Because stress makes me do a better job. Head out for the train station a little earlier than I would have otherwise. Make sure that I have the course laid out. Set up my line contact with Tobias, etc., etc. Stress serves its purpose. It means I'm taking things seriously. Maybe too seriously. Okay, I could say it's just an interview, but I mean, Tobias has a schedule, and he has plans, and he's taking time out to do this with me. So I need to respect that and take this seriously, and feel a little stress as a result. It's a good experience to have this again, and I'm looking forward to the interview. I'm not trying to attribute the sense of stress to Tobias at all, or anything like that, but it just, you get the idea, right? I always feel awkward when I catch people on my camera, especially women. Okay, enough jibber jabber, Kurt. Fill in the camera with your stress. I'll document this as I go. Let's begin the day. Okay, I just came through the turnstile and bought my ticket to Shizuoka Station. And now I just go down and wait for my train down the steps here. Here comes a freight train barreling through. Stand back. That was exciting. Okay, I'll go find a place to sit. Another freight train. Wow. Okay, I made my mention at Shizuoka Station. Now I'll get on the bullet train to Osaka. Okay, I made my train by like 5 seconds. And so I came through the door and the door closed behind my butt. So I'm on my way. I'm in the car number 1 at the very front. See the landscape whizzing by. I got a couple hour ride down to Osaka Station, and I'll make my way from there. I did manage to get a sandwich and some water, and I'm up at the, like I said, very first front. This is the very front of the car. I'm just gonna stand up here and enjoy the landscape, and off we go. arrived in Osaka. What a maze that was through the subways. I got about an hour, so I'm gonna go into Totoro real quick and get a German dog. I haven't had one of those since I got back. Something I used to do when I lived here before in Osaka. That's the German dog. Ooh, and the iced coffee. I used to live in this area in Osaka a long time ago, from the 89 to 92, or yeah. And I used to come and get these at the same restaurant chain at that time. So it's kind of a memory to come back to Osaka and have it again. I've arrived at the building and I'm up on the floor, appropriate floor. I think I know where to go. Let's knock on the door. Okay, the interview is all complete, like I said. I'm at Osaka Station, getting ready to go back now. I thought I'd find this place relatively away from people. I cannot feel anybody. Man, there's so many thoughts and emotions coming through me right now. I used to live in this town long time ago, long time ago. Completely different life time ago. Man, I need to collect all my thoughts. The interview went really well. Really one of the best interviews I've ever enjoyed ever. I'm gonna go now outside and get some okonomiyaki for lunch and enjoy the little time here before I head on home to Shizuoka. I'm trying to collect my thoughts. So much to think about. All right, I found the place I'm gonna have lunch. I want okonomiyaki, and this place, Osaka Okonomiyaki, has my name on it. All right, I'm gonna share with you why I was a little jealous of the young man that I just met, the trainee at the okonomiyaki restaurant I just went to. It's called Osaka Okonomiyaki. It's a type of specialty here in the Osaka, Japan area. I'm down here for a podcast recording. I was a guest. Anyway, I had lunch there, and I'm a retired guy. You'd think that, nobody could really beat the situation that I'm in. Freedom, right? Yet I found myself enjoying that okonomiyaki in that mom and pop joint with the young trainee having arrived and getting no respect from the family, put him right to work. Yet, nevertheless, he has something that I wanted, that I find myself strangely missing now that I'm retired. And that's the sense of connection and purpose and drive and motivation, regardless of the financial meaning. It's above and beyond all of that. It's something deeper than all that. It's hard to describe, hard to put a number on. It's not really numberable. Something I didn't realize when I was employed, that it was something that I was getting that was far more valuable than the work. It's far more valuable than the remuneration, the money that I was getting. Was the sense of belonging, the connection, and dare I say meaning. I found myself jealous of that young man at the start of his young life, the start of his career as an okonomiyaki restaurant guy. Who knows, maybe it'll just be something he'll do as an albaita for a while. Maybe he's a student just paying the bills. But for the moment that he's out there working right now, the moment that he saw me, the smile on his face when I asked for a glass of water, so much deeper and so much richer. I won't say that it's better than retirement. I'm just simply saying that it's an intangible that if neglected, if not taken into consideration, will demand to be reckoned with one way or the other after our careers are done. Okay, time to go home. Okay, it's been a good trip down to Osaka. I'm ready to head home. Got my omiyage gift for the family. Hop on my bullet train and go home. Let's do this. Boston Station to get myself a latte. Not a mega, just a regular, but it's a little tiny little one right next to the station. I've already got my ticket, so I just had to get the coffee, and then I can sit on the train and drink coffee and go. Not really the thing to do, but not such a bad thing either, I don't think. All right, I'm back in Shizuoka, and more specifically, back in Yada, back at my home. So let's go on home, and I think I sent a message to Yumiko. She said she's briefing Rudy that I'm about to come home, so that's good. We'll have dinner and a walk. Not much to report on this. It was a very, I feel good. I feel like I kind of shook myself up a little bit out of my torpor, if that's what it was. Maybe I need to do this more often. You know, this retirement, first word that comes to mind is you drudge in a way. Because it can be if I'm not deliberate in my living. Something to think about for me. And coming up my street here, the street that leads to my house, and here's that construction site where they tore down those 4 apartment buildings. And now they started building something. They've got this post hole driving thing here. You can see they've started to drive in the posts. They've got constructed in there. Hey, there's another foreign woman. I know her. She and I became friends. She said she was going to drop by my garden and say hi. Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. And the farmers over here have cleared their fields. And they're going to be flooding them soon for the rice, to plant their rice. Oh, it's good to be almost home. Like I said, today was kind of a refreshment. I feel invigorated. Oh, it looks like, they started to flood it. Check it out. The flooding has begun. Check this out in more detail. So here you can see this field that's how they do it. They do it one after the other. They've got the field up there flooded, and it comes down here. There's a crow there that's picking things away. And then it comes over the top here. They've got a little mud thing that limits the water, allows it to flood and fill the next field. And that's how it begins, a cycle that's been going on forever and ever. Let's go right over here and have a look. I don't want to disturb this crow too much, but you can see where the flooding began. And there's a channel up here, and they diverted the waters from the channel. You can see the water's coming down here. Oh, sorry, Mr. Crow. Right there. And then through here, and let's see where it's getting its water. Would that be egress? It's coming through here, and there's a channel open, I suspect, right there. Oh, there it is, right there. How did I miss that? And it's coming through the weeds somehow. I'm getting it started over there. Is there like a blocking thing that's been opened? Yeah, there's a little thing there that's opened up. Let's begin flooding the fields. And then this one's been being flooded too. So this whole channel right here, it runs past my house too. Forever, perpetually flowing. And they use it to flood the fields. You can see that one over there flooding in. Let's go take a look real quick. There's another crow. Sorry to bother you, Mr. Crow. The irrigation system is pretty sophisticated, interesting, complicated, clever, and seemingly perpetual. There we go. See, they put the little block thing there, little barrier to raise the level, and then it can do here, they can control it with that wood, because it lets the water go in and flood the field. And there's another one right over here. Quite nicely. Flooding that field. Lots of birds doing their thing. And if I were to go through there, there's a whole other set of fields over there. I wonder if I can make it without too much hazard or too many spiders. that the thing that's going to get all over my pants? My wife will kill me if that's the case. It is the thing that's all over my pants. My wife's going to kill me, and it's all muddy here, but it's worth it. We'll get to the other side, and we'll see the water flowing. Hopefully I won't fall into anything. I get bit by a snake. There we go, we're almost there. There we go, we made it. Okay, ta-da! There's another channel that goes down there, see? I used to come this way in the wintertime. I would come this way when I would go to Family Mart in the evening for ice cream or beer. Some of you may remember that. These fields will be flooded soon. Not quite yet. And the water continues. It's flowing right under my feet right here. Anyway, like I said, that trip to Osaka kind of shook things up in a good way. I'm really grateful for that opportunity. I think, and it was definitely an outstanding interview. Toby did a great job. Very professional, well thought out, conscientious interviewer, excellent questions. Really helped to be thought-provoking, and he interacted with me before the interview such that I was able to think a lot of the topics through ahead of time. So I came in not with my gut response, but with a more considered response, more considered than I could have been if I hadn't thought it through. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about the stage of life. I think it's going to have a positive spin and impact on everything that I do. And then my house is just right up here. Here's another place. They tore this apartment building down too. Made 2 big plots of land here, which I think they're in the process of selling. Whoever buys these is going to have a nice bit of space to build a house. And we're back on the street. And there's literally my street up here on the right. Well, I don't own it, of course, but my home street. There's home. The end of the road. Boy, these are coming in nice, huh? It's good to be home. Also, I was listening to the interview that the Unpacking Japan did with a fellow Shizuoka resident, Martin, also known as Gaijin Moto-san. What a great interview. Really helped to understand a lot more about Martin's story and his presence in Japan. I think he's not in Japan now, but I believe he's coming back. And he's also from Shizuoka, living in Shizuoka. And here I am home. Excuse me. Let's see the family. Is the door unlocked? Hi! You were right there, Rudy! Hi, Marie. Hi, Rudy. Oh, you waiting for me? Oh, hi, guys. Hi, guys. I'm home. Give the attention to the boys. Thanks for joining me today. I'm taking the dogs out for a walk while Yumiko prepares dinner. And this field I noticed is being flooded too, just around the corner from my house. This is that same main channel. And you can see that they've opened it up and it's flooding away. And I think it extends all the way down to a second field, but further down it does. Interesting. This field's not yet. Hey there, it's the next day, the following morning. I realized as I started to render the video that I hadn't completed the video. I hadn't put in my closing shot last night. Yesterday I was kind of moved by yesterday. The whole experience of being in the big city, the bustle, the hustle, getting the tour of the business where I was at for the interview, seeing all those young people working and, ambitious. as much as I like to sometimes say that I didn't enjoy it, my working life, it definitely had a positive element insofar as filling my days with meaning. It may have been contrived, but it was meaning nonetheless and familiar. Having days upon days like this, that are my own, is a blessing and a wonderful thing, but it's different. And I guess my head was heady with thoughts when I got home last night. I wasn't quite on top of it, nor did I really, in the moment in Osaka yesterday, did I think to turn the camera on at the moments. I recorded just the peripheral elements that seemed like I needed to. I was forcing my way through the whole video that you've just seen. I forced it through. It was like rushing out a short order cook at a restaurant, not something I would necessarily be proud of in the end. Not my best work, done because I felt like because it was my duty. It was what I was set out to do in making that video. So I apologize if that video and the videos in the preceding days have been that same character. I know that I'm due for a shift back. My life runs in these cycles. I call them like the tide, low and high tide. And this has been kind of an extended low tide. It hasn't been a really bad one, but it's just kind of been long. Oh, look at the hair. See the hair on it? It's been a long one. I'm due for the tide to rise again. For now, I'll close it up. Thanks for joining me for today, or yesterday, which is now today. Thanks a lot. Take care.